Hello guys, today I wanted to talk about something I don't usually mention, but I felt really called to talk about this subject, and this is actually about relationships in the Bible. So in Genesis 16, the story that happens is that Sarah gives her handmaid Hagar to Abraham because she thinks that she cannot bear a child, even though God promised her that she will be able to do that. And then it does not end well, because later in Genesis 21, line 2, it says, "At the right time at which God had spoken to Abraham, Sarah was able to bear a child, even though she was really old." So out of impatience, a lot of mistakes were made. And then actually in Genesis 19, there's another story, and this is about Lot and his daughters. So it says that, "Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father." Why did that happen? Because Lot was in a cave with his daughters because he was too scared to enter into a city after what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. And the daughters were impatient and they wanted to bear a child, so they did that. And even though the children of Lot and his daughters were actually the Moabites and the children of Ammon, I would say that, this probably wasn't even the best case scenario for them. And then it just happened out of impatience. So you would be ready to have a relationship, marry, date, when you actually don't need to anymore, when you're so fulfilled by God that you don't need anything else. And another thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you have your business straight. You have to make sure that you have your career, your mission, your calling all intact before you can date, because as they say, no money, no honey. You can't really care for someone when you haven't done what you need to do. So you can either do two things here. You can either wait for God to bring you the right person, or you can wait for God to change the person that you found when you were impatient. And that's obviously up to you, but I would say that waiting on God is the best scenario that you can do. And while you do that, seek the well, not the wilderness. And what does that mean? Because Isaac found his wife Rebecca in Genesis 24 at the well. And then Jacob found his wife in Genesis 29, also at the well. Moses found his wife at the well. And this is about placing yourself with the right people at the right time, and not going out to the wilderness and being with the right